madhouse today. There was a 40% off sale. People were just clawing and tearing, trying to get at those bargains. I would have called you all, but all they had left were petites.
What did you buy, Blaine? Shoes?
Hey, I'm a petite. I better get down there.
Freeze. Blaine, Pa has something he needs to tell you.
Here's your mail, Blaine.
Why, Sergio, there seems to be... Is that hot sauce on this?
Yeah. I made tacos for lunch, and I accidentally got a little on your letter. I'm sorry.
Sergio, we had pizza for lunch today.
Check the postmark, Blaine.
What? This letter is a month old.
That's terrible. I'm gonna go file a complaint with the post office right now.
Blaine, Pa used that as a napkin and put it in his purse. I found it today when I was looking for some gum.
It's rude to look through other people's things.
What is it, Blaine?
What? It's a letter from the IRS. Oh no, I'm being audited and they're coming today.
Blaine, that's terrible.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I never have any problems in this kind of situation. Remember when I got pulled over for speeding?
Did you get a ticket?
Heavens no. I just batted my eyelashes, poured on the charm, and got away with a warning. Which reminds me, I have a date with Officer Larry next Tuesday.
See, Dominic, everything's gonna be fine. I don't know why you're always on my case.
Blaine, I really don't think sleeping your way through your problems is the answer.
Well, not for you, Dominic, but life's different when you're attractive. That must be the tax man now. Watch and learn, gentlemen. Hello.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Tinkelpuffer with the IRS.
Boys, someone get my checkbook.
Okay, so I show game show winnings, but then you deduct them for travel expenses. Can you explain that?
Oh, well, what happened there, Miss Hinkelpfeffer? is that...
Hinkelpuffer. The P's not sidelined.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miss Hinkelpfeffer. What happened is that we won tickets to that game show, you know, on TV, grabbed that dough. But then when we were on our way there, the plane was late. Then they lost our luggage. Oh, by the time we made it to the hotel, it was just... I can't believe that stupid airline lost our luggage. What are we gonna do?
Ask Blaine. He's the expert when it comes to checking into hotel rooms with no luggage.
I can't believe somebody stole my bags.
Oh, honey, don't worry about it. With all the money you're gonna win, you can afford to replace those bags and everything in it.
What about my bags?
Relax. With the money you earn, you can have your bags surgically removed.
Let's get our room and get some sleep.
Good idea.
Good morning. I'm Andy. How may I help you?
We have 2 double rooms reserved under the name Zabornak.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just gave those 2 rooms away.
But we had reservations.
Until 3 a.m. You're late. Therefore, the reservation is null and void. I'm sorry, it's company policy.
Well, I'm from Nampa, and our company policy is that first I break your knees.
Pa, look, forget about the reservations. Can we just get 2 double rooms, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're all booked.
First, you're telling us that you gave away our rooms, and now you're telling me you're all booked up?
That's correct, sir.
It is? Hey, I'm pretty sharp for 3 in the morning.
Let me handle this. Andy, honey, generally I don't like to throw my name around, but you really leave me no choice. Just so happens that I'm Mr. John Stamos, and I'd like 2 rooms, please.
Well, you don't look like John Stamos to me.
I know I've altered my appearance for a very significant movie role.
Yeah, it's about a man who eats his way from behind the Iron Curtain.
I think we better just find another hotel.
I'm afraid that would be an exercise in futility. There's not a vacant room in the city.
Guys, this is terrible. What are we gonna do? We have to be on national television in 7 hours. We don't have anything to wear, and now we don't even have a place to sleep.
Look, I sympathize with your problem. For $75, I'll let you sleep in the lobby, and I won't have you arrested for loitering.
$75? That's a lot of money.
I know, that's why I want it.
Oh,
Gee, this whole night has been nothing but fun.
you really need to get out more, Ross.
Come on, Dominic, admit you're having fun. It's like being on an adventure.
An adventure, my foot. It's more like a nightmare. We're gonna be on national television in a couple hours in the clothes we slept in.
We'll look like hell, we'll be exhausted, we won't know the answers to any of the questions.
Stop your complaining. I was on a game show back in Nampa and it was torture.
What was it called, Sergio?
I told you, torture. Anita Bryant would ask you the questions and you better have the right answer. Things like, who do you like better, me or Pat Robertson? Who has the snappier boots, me or Jerry Falwell? Who has a cuter boyfriend, me or Larry Craig? And you better answer, Anita Bryant, or else they would send you straight to the lightning round. And they use real lightning.
Aw, you're making that up.
Like hell I am. Merv Griffin brought it to Boise, changed a few of the rules and called it Jeopardy. Now let's go to bed. Good night.
Oh, Fernando, you naughty boy. Not the feathers.
Blaine, wake up. People are looking at you.
I'm sorry. I think I was having an erotic dream.
You know, your father used to do a thing with feathers when we were first married. Except he was so lazy to pull them off the chicken that I had to put an end to that.
Pa, next time you decide to take a stroll down memory lane, do me a favor. Go by yourself.
What time are we supposed to be at the studio, Sergio?
I don't know, I have to check the tickets. Dominic, hand me my purse.
I don't have your purse. Wait a minute, you have my wallet.
I gave it to you.
Hold everything. I think my wallet's missing too.
So is mine. Do you guys know what this means? Somebody came in here when we were asleep and grabbed our dough!
So, what happened?
We found the tickets, went on the show, and won enough money to pay for our plane ride home.
Yeah, after you dumped Sergio and I right before the filming.
Well, we had to have a chance to win the money. Relying on you two, we would never have gotten.
Gentlemen.
Blood money. Stab your own father in the back for a few lousy bucks.
Gentlemen.
Why can't you get over it? We won enough money to pay for the ride home.
Gentlemen! That is a ridiculous story and an even more ridiculous deduction. Now, I see a deduction here for emergency heat repairs in January, but I don't seem to have any receipts.
Oh, that's because I fixed it.
No, Ross, you broke it even worse.
Quiet, all of you. Let me tell you the real story, Mrs. Hinkle-Pfeffer.
Hinkle-Pfeffer. The P is not silent.
Well, you could just
Pa, you'll have to excuse my father. He suffered a slight stroke, which renders him, if I may be blunt, a complete burden.
Can I speak? Let me tell you the real story. I was sleeping peacefully in my own bed, alone, when all of a sudden... Oh, Salvador, if you want to fool around, take off your t-shirt. You're gonna get linguini all over me.
Pa, go to sleep. It's just me, Dominic.
Get the hell out of my bed!
Pa, it's freezing. The heat went out again. You're the only one with an electric blanket.
I'll die with you under here. Your body's like a heat sponge. You'll suck up all the heat and I'll wake up in the morning a frozen fish stick.
Pa, just turn the heat up.
It's already on 9. On 10 you can cook a lean cuisine.
Pa, just go to sleep. You know, Pa, this reminds me of the time the heat went out in our old apartment back in Nampa. I was, probably 7 years old. I remember because I was still playing with my rag doll, Mrs. Doolittle. I woke up one night, my teeth were chattering. I got up out of bed and I tiptoed to your bedroom door and I opened it a crack and I said, Pa, Mrs. Doolittle's cold. Pa.
Dominic.
Yeah, Pa.
Cut the crap, I'm not in the mood.
Guys, can I share your electric blanket?
No.
Oh, come on, I can't sleep. My bed is so cold. It's never been that cold. Especially on Saturday night.
Oh, all right, get in.
Listen, did you hear that sound?
Yeah, as long as I'm in my own bed, I'll do what I want.
Not that. It sounds like the heat's trying to kick in.
Thank God. Get in your own beds.
Hey, everybody.
Well, what are you doing?
I've been tinkering with the heater trying to get it to work.
Ross, you're a genius.
Boy, there's a sense you don't hear every day.
She's working pretty great now, except for one thing. I accidentally turned on the air conditioner instead of the heater, and now it won't go off.
Oh, great. Now it's going to be colder in here than it is outside.
I think you're right. I've already got an icicle forming on the nose of my bunny slippers. Move over. There. That's not so bad.
Get your bunny nose out of my butt.
Let's just get some sleep.
Good night, Pa. Good night, Mo. Good night, Larry.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I'm on the wrong side of the bed.
Well, I usually sleep on the right side of the bed, and I want to be on the right side.
What the hell is everybody so particular about? Back in Nampa, 4 in a bed was a treat. That meant half of your family was on vacation. Hell, I slept with 2 of my brothers until I was 17. I was engaged to one for a short period of time, but that's a completely separate story.
I wouldn't mind hearing it.
Oh.
Ross, shut up.
Everybody stay where they are and go to sleep. I've got to get up early in the morning.
Oh, darn. I forgot something.
Go in your pajamas.
No, not that. I forgot to say my prayers.
Oh, Ross, God wouldn't mind if you skipped tonight. He's very busy these days. Most of his free time is spent talking to Pat Robertson.
Hello, God. It's me, Ross Nyland. Sorry to be getting in touch so late. I hope I didn't wake you.
Oh, God.
One at a time, Blaine. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I still think you're doing a terrific job. Although there are some things I don't understand. Like poverty. And the 4th judge on American Idol. But I know you work your wonders in mysterious ways. Why, just a few years ago, on a night like this, I would have frozen to death because I was all alone. But now I've got Dominic and Blaine and Sergio to keep me warm. Well, not just on a cold winter's night, God, but all year long. Please take care of them. If anything happened to them, I just...
Ross, thanks for the nice prayer. Now shut up and go to bed.
Amen!
Nice work, Dominic.
It wasn't me.
Oh, sweet Jesus, I'm in trouble. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep, if I should die before I wake.
And then the next morning, Blaine called the repairman.
I remember that night. I twisted and turned in positions I didn't even know existed.
Me too!
Well, that was a lovely, if not useless, story, but that doesn't explain why I still have no receipts here.
I can explain that. Hernando, the repairman, had these tight, rippling muscles that were just glistening in the sweat of his hard work. I offered him a cold drink, and he spilled it all down his pants. I felt completely responsible, so naturally I offered to wash them for him. One thing led to another, and Hernando and I...
You don't get a receipt if you don't pay with money.
Well, that is certainly not tax deductible. Now, I see here that you claimed a prize last August, but then you reported it as unusable.
Oh God, not this.
It was really just all a big misunderstanding.
Yeah. How could Boise's finest ever think anybody would pay money to sleep with these 3?
What?
Miss Hinklefeffer.
Pfeffer. The P is
Not silent, right? Got it. Let me start at the beginning. You see, on that day,
Blaine, what is it?
Oh, guys, I'm in ecstasy. My body is just tingling all over. You'll never guess what just happened.
Well, we know what happened. Let us guess what part of the Middle East he's from.
I just won the raffle at the movie theater. Tickets to the world premiere movie of Mr. Vin Diesel.
oh, that's nice.
And 2 passes for my very best friends to attend the private party afterwards, hosted by none other than Mr. Vin Diesel himself. Sergio, honey?
Oh no, not this time. I'm tired of being the tonto of this
I
group.
tried to get another ticket, but I couldn't.
Then this time we draw cards. I missed out on Evita.
No cards, Pa. I don't want to miss out a chance to meet Vin Diesel.
Me neither!
At 2, Blaine?
Sergio, honey, Mr. Vin Diesel is one of the premier actors of our time. Why, he should have won the Oscar for Pitch Black, not to mention Triple X. If you ask me, that Academy is just jealous. Why, I'd like to see Mr. Sir Lawrence of Olivier in The Fast and the Furious and see what he could do. I'm sorry, Sergio, but the answer is no.
Fine. Break an old man's heart. If you need me, I'll be out back with the rest of the trash.
He'll get over it.
And even if he doesn't, who cares? We're gonna meet Vin Diesel!
I always get that reaction when I wear the tight jacket.
Tell me, what did you find under the house?
Bad news, you got termites.
Termites? Oh no, can you get rid of them?
Sure can. Haven't you heard our motto?
No, what is it?
We get rid of termites. We're gonna have to tent the house right away. You'll have to move out for 2 days.
2 days? Where will we stay?
Well, how about a hotel downtown? We're already going to meet Mr. Vin Diesel. Why don't we just make a weekend of it?
We can't afford a hotel downtown.
Oh, I'll find one we can afford. It'll be fun.
I think it's a terrific idea.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay, you can start tomorrow. Well, I'm off to find the perfect hotel for our perfect weekend.
Pa, did you hear that? A hotel downtown. Doesn't that sound like fun?
What? I get to go with you? I don't have to stay here and get gassed with all the termites? Oh, Dominic, you're such a good son.
He'll get over it. Even if he doesn't, who cares? We're gonna meet Vin Diesel!
Oh, guys, don't you just love our hotel?
Oh, it's so much nicer than those big chains. How did you find it, Blaine?
Well, it is in our price range. It is downtown, and it's the one with the most gentlemen in the lobby.
Well, I think we should go. We don't want to keep Vin
Wait a
waiting.
minute. We still have a minute. Let's go get a drink in the bar.
Blaine.
Come on.
Blaine.
Come on, it'll be fun.
All right, let's make it quick. Miss?
Guys, see that gentleman sitting over there staring? He's undressing with socks.
Do you want to move to a different table?
No, he's only halfway done.
Excuse me, couldn't help notice you guys from across the room. What do you say we buy a gentleman bar and drink?
Well, thank you for the offer, but we don't have much time.
This is Carl. I'm John. We're from Kenosha.
I know John from Kenosha.
I bet you know a lot of Johns.
Oh, that's a good one.
Must be regional humor.
We're here for the big bubble.
Don't tell me it's another big this year. It is for Carl.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to pay extra.
Even I don't get that one.
So tell me your names.
I'm Blaine, and this is my friend Ross and Dominic.
So, tell me, how long have you guys been working?
Well, that's an oddly off question, I guess. But I've been working for, I guess, 20 years now.
So you say you know your business pretty well then?
Oh yes, Dominic is an experienced teacher. Anyone who's had him says he's great.
So what do you say we get to the drinks, head upstairs, and Dominic teaches us the 3 R's: reading, writing, and running around the head.
What's enticing that offer is we're going to have to pass.
Excuse me, Mente, if you guys don't want to party, there are plenty of other guys around here that will take our
Guys that will take our money. Do you know who they think we are?
Waiters?
No, lost hookers.
My God, that must mean that everyone here.
Everybody here is under arrest. This is a raid.
So there we were, stuck in jail, missed the big party with Mr. Vin Diesel.
It was terrible.
Humiliating.
A stroke of luck. I took the tickets and went to the party myself.
Pa, that was heartless.
Hey, I sent the bail money the next morning.
You do realize that this is not a valid deduction, don't you?
But don't you
No. Although tickets to Vin Diesel don't have much value, so...
know value? I'm abhorred.
Blaine, we know what you are. I'm just glad to hear you finally admit it.
Sergio, I said abhorred.
A whore, a slut, a tramp, it's all the same.
Are you people always like this?
Actually, you caught us on a good day.
Oh. Now, what are these claims that I see for income not received for publishing licensing.
Oh, that was just a misunderstanding. I forgot to take it out when I filed.
You really should be more careful about your taxes, sir.
Well, it's completely understandable, Miss Hinkelpfeffer.
Hinkelpfeffer. The P is still not silent.
Beg your pardon, but I think the mistake is completely understandable given what happened. You see, I had just found out that my sister... You're not gonna believe this. My brother Charlie just called.
Well, I didn't think the two of you were talking.
Well, we're not.
Then how did you know it was him on the other end of the line?
Ross, you're bringing down the curve for the rest of the country.
I just don't believe it. He's gonna be in town to promote a novel he just published. We're all invited to a book signing party. Why, I didn't know he could read a book, let alone write one. Dominic, what am I gonna do? By the time he leaves this town, he'll be more famous than I am.
Honey, only if they close a Sheraton.
A novel? How did my brother publish a novel? Remember that time Big Daddy caught us skinny dipping with those boys?
Oh, and you told them that it was our Bible study group and we were just practicing baptizing?
And it would have worked too if you hadn't come up saying, "Hey, look, y'all, things do look bigger underwater."
Oh, if it's my imagination, we seem to be getting along.
I know. I like that. You just seem so refined and vivacious and charming. Boy, you've really changed.
Oh, thank you, Blaine. So don't forget, I'll see you at the book signing later today.
Maybe I'll get a copy of your book then.
Well, it just so happens.
Was this it? Adonis, Story of a Man. Catchy title.
Would you like me to sign it?
Oh, sure. Imagine an autographed copy. Now, this isn't going to make it harder to exchange, is it? Just kidding. To my brother Blaine, you have inspired me in more ways than you will ever know. Charlie, that is very sweet.
So, we'll see each other at the book signing later today? Oh, by chance, do you know what happened to Big Daddy's pocket watch? Virginia said you may have taken it after the funeral.
Oh, that watch meant so much to me.
Big Daddy promised that watch to me.
In writing.
It was in his will.
Now, is this the same will where he left the summer house to gopher from the love boat?
No, this is his sober will.
Oh, all right. You can have that watch. I think it's in my room.
Oh, no, don't worry. I'm late. I'm just bringing to the book signing?
Okay, darling.
Okay.
See you then.
Bye.
Blaine, did Charlie leave already?
Oh, Ross, what am I gonna do? After all these years of jealousy and malice, we finally have the chance to be friends. But now I've got to read this book. And if it's a piece of junk, I'll have to tell him. And that'll just kill him.
Look on the bright side. Maybe it'll be good.
I was looking on the bright side.
Oh, Blaine, I see you started Charlie's book. How is it?
Oh, honey, to be quite honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the way through.
You mean it's not good?
Oh, it's awful. This book is totally unbelievable. The hero, Adonis St. James, is a shallow homosexual who's vain, self-centered, and a pushover for any man that he comes across.
He's right. That is unbelievable.
I don't believe this. I just don't believe this.
What's wrong, Blaine?
Listen. Adonis stared at himself in the mirror, his pouty lips, his flawless olive skin, his washboard abs. His proud package seemed to be saying, "Is it me or is it hot in here?"
So?
So, pouty, flawless, washboard, do you need a photograph? This book is about me.
I don't see Blaine anywhere.
Oh, he said he'd be over right after his hair appointment. He wanted to look his best for Charlie's big day.
Blaine is handling this a lot better than I would. I'd kill Gloria if she ever wrote about my sexual escapades.
You kill your sister over a pamphlet?
Blaine! Blaine! Hey, Blaine!
Oh, Blaine, you look fabulous. Thank you for coming.
Darling, I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Did you get any chance to read the book?
Every word.
And what'd you think?
I should have known I couldn't trust you. All this let's be brothers stuff was just a bunch of bull. You had no right to use my life for your book. To twist such beautiful, sacred love into tawdry trash. I earned that A in history. For the first time, I'm ashamed to be a Hollingsworth. Why, Adonis' Story of a Man is nothing but a vulgar collection of perverse sexual acts that are pure and utter filth.
Hello? Blaine, it's for you. It's Charlie.
Blaine, shouldn't you talk to him? He's still your brother.
No, my brother has turned into a deceitful old man whose only pleasure in life is hurting other people. No offense, Sergio.
None taken, slut.
You know what really gets me is I was willing to be his friend. For the first time, I was willing to forgive and forget, and then he goes and turns my life into a bestseller.
Blaine, you're not the only one to have sibling problems. When I was a little kid, I had a doll named Mrs. Doolittle. And Gloria was not supposed
Do we have to listen to this goddamn Mrs. Doolittle story again? So your sister broke your doll. It was 30 years ago.
Well, it was very traumatic. Gloria and I didn't talk for months. But then I realized that siblings are harder to replace than dolls, so we made up. And I vowed then and there never to argue over such a petty thing again. My favorite.
I have a sibling story I think you might find interesting.
She didn't just break it, she made it so the eyes wouldn't close. Mrs. Doolittle looked like a morphine addict.
There was a time when I wanted to leave St. Olaf. I just didn't feel like it was big enough for me. I had my eyes set on the Great White Way. I went to St. Gustav, the city that never naps. That first night, I walked around looking at things in amazement. They had their own photo mat. Of course, it wasn't as big or fancy as the photo mats you see today. Here's the scary part. Suddenly, I realized I was just this frightened little boy all alone in the big city.
Accident, my foot.
It started to rain, and I stood there in the town square and started to cry.
Gloria was the one that needed the rabies shots.
I was a biter.
There I was, drenched, and someone yelled out, "Hey, don't you have the sense to come in out of the rain?" That's when it hit me. I went back to St. Olaf and passed on this bit of street smart savvy. Pretty soon, the end thing in St. Olaf was coming in out of the rain. I was the local celebrity, at least until the phrase, "Hey, watch out for that tractor" came in.
What in hell does this story have to do with siblings?
Oh, didn't I mention it? St. Olaf and St. Gustav were sister cities.
And how did Mrs. Doolittle's hair get singed? Did it herself? I think not.
Oh, thank God. I hope it's death.
Get it, Ross.
Okie dokie. Blaine, look who's here. It's Charlie.
Oh, good. Ringside seats.
And what do you want?
Amongst other things, an apology.
Well, unless I missed a newsflash, hell did not freeze over. Anything else?
Yes, Big Daddy's pocket watch.
Now that is a family heirloom, and as far as I'm concerned, you are no longer family.
I believe you said it was in your room. Now where's that?
Turnstile at the end of the hall.
Get out of my room!
Not until I find that watch. Now where is it?
I'll never tell. Unlike you who tells everything, you had no right to rip off my life for profit.
I wish my bank account was as big as your ego. Now you listen, and you listen good. That book was based on my life.
Oh, that book just drips Blaine Devereaux. Why, the only thing different was you changed the names to protect the satisfied.
You think you're the only one who wakes up to smiles and roses?
And how about that inscription? How I'd inspired you like I'll never know.
I write that to everyone. It's just like yearbooks. You once wrote, "You were my first."
Oh, wrote it? Hell, I had a stamp made. I guess I've just been a fool.
Blaine, we're an awful lot alike. Too much alike. That's probably why we don't get along. That's probably why you thought that book was about you.
My God, you're right. Except for the part where Adonis fears losing his looks. And waking up alone, I've never felt that way.
Of course, me neither. That's why that book is fiction.
Remember the other day when you said it was time for us to be friends? I think I'm ready. Now, let me go make you a big cup of coffee. Oh, darling, I've smudged your bronzer.
I messed up your hair.
So your claim here is that
That Blaine's brother is as slutty as he is.
Are any of your deductions valid? What is with you people? This house is a loon's nest.
Well, we had termites once, but never a bird infestation.
She was using a metaphor, Blaine.
I know what a metaphor is, Dominic. I'm not a dummy.
Blaine, what's a metaphor?
A metaphor is when you use words or phrases to mean something else. For example, when I say men are blinded by my beauty, they're not really blind. They get their sight back in a day or two.
Oh, okay.
That's not a metaphor. That's
Enough! You people are completely out of touch with reality. I mean, you completely fabricate your taxes and then you completely falsify every deduction just to cover that. And I mean, Vin Diesel? Really? In my 10 years with the IRS, I have never experienced such ball-faced insanity. I think I have all of the information that I need here, so you can expect a bill from the IRS in just a few weeks.
I will see you to the door, Miss Hinkelpfeffer.
Never mind. I will show myself out. You all have been and done enough. More than enough. Really. Thank you.
Ooh, what was her problem?
She did seem a little uptight.
She just needs to get laid. I wonder if we have any of that cheesecake left.
Blaine, why is sex the answer to everything? I think there's some more cookie dough ice cream in the freezer.
Maybe she just needs more fiber in her diet. Ooh, I'll get the chocolate syrup.
Nah, she's just a bitch. Do we have any sprinkles?